Now that the presidential race has been decided, some high-profile state lawmakers are weighing their next political moves in the upcoming race for governor and other statewide offices in 2 years. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is live at the state capitol on that story. Deidre, one political analyst you spoke to said there are several strong contenders for governor.
Yeah, several strong contenders indeed. A long list of candidates, Christine, on both sides of the aisle, who must soon decide whether or not they will pursue some of these seats in some of the highest offices in Georgia. With the November election in the rearview mirror, attention turns to 2026 and who'll run for Georgia's top offices. Republican strategist Brian Robinson says several high-profile Democrats and Republicans are possible contenders in the race to replace Governor Brian Kemp.
On the Republican side, we know Attorney General Chris Carr is going to throw his hat in the ring. He has said so publicly. We have to assume that Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones is looking to take that next step and has said he'll be making some announcement after the legislative session. On the Democrat side, you've got DeKalb CEO Mike Thurmond. You've got former Democrat nominee and former state senator Jason Carter, who's obviously had a bit of a star turn with the deaths of his grandmother and then the tributes to his grandfather, and Congresswoman Lucy McBath, who has been moved around so much in redistricting that she's represented close to half of the state.
Republicans will try to win back one of 2 U.S. Senate seats in 26 as Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff comes up for re-election. Robinson believes Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger's name recognition and broad appeal would make him a strong candidate.
He's in our faces every day, right? We see him working. And Georgians often don't get to see their statewide officials other than the governor working. Brad's different. People have seen it. And he's known quantity and probably one of the most respected and trusted leaders in Georgia.
While the who's who in Georgia politics weigh their next move, Robinson believes Governor Kemp may have his sights set on the White House.
Absolutely. I think he certainly has built a profile that puts him in that conversation. His favorability ratings in a purple state are something that national onlookers and big donors are going to keep an eye on.
Now, Robinson says the presidential election really gives both Republicans and Democrats the opportunity to review their ground games ahead of the 26th race. In Atlanta, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Very interesting. 2026 will be here before we know it, too, Deidre. All right, thanks so much.